station. We will board the Vertibird to join the hostile.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure.
This way we'll have a nice flight. To the Prydwen. We have taken every single object.
Can't believe I'm stuck
there.
babysitting the police station outpost.
Captain. And now we'll go to the roof.
You look like you're set for more field.
This way.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be
Now,
fatal.
in order to board the Vertibird.
Charging into a situation
This
guns
beauty.
blazing is a good way to get yourself killed.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your target before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive.
And we're lucky, the weather has gone back to
Our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize the
Sunny.
Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions.
we have a good view from there. There is a very nice quest. airport. This area is Boston Airport, and it's occupied by the Brotherhood ST. And we can see the Prydwen, and this is our destination.
There she is. It's been far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
So around Vertibird attach itself to this giant airship.
Have you found someone that can help me become human?
Here we are about the Prydwen. And this comes away with a very nice view.
Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted, and welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I field promoted her to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor her entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request. Place the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Excuse me, Captain Kells.
So, you're the one Paladin Dance has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
And what's a soldier supposed to look like?
A soldier is supposed to be an efficient killing machine, not a relic from the past playing catch-up with the rest of the world. If Dance hadn't stepped in and vouched for you, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Accepting outsiders like yourself has proven disastrous in the past. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good. That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
No.
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
Well, we'll see. First, I'm gonna... So we're here. The Prydwen. Oh, we will be able to go to Northagen Beach soon. And first, I'm gonna go to the Elder Maxon. But be sure to check every crate.
Welcome aboard. Elder Maxon is holding his address inside the command deck.
We'll be able to get a lot of items from this area when we'll be granted a higher rank. Although we will
Brothers and sisters, the
be
road
like
behind has
his
been long
mother.
and fraught with difficulty.
Yes,
Each and every one of
already
you
are
has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressive, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our far beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Sith. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their sins are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of
sins are
and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy.
Are like the army
itself.
and since they are like
Victorium! If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Minutemen are supposed to be well, civilians.
Elder Maxon?
But what's good with
the people of the Commonwealth.
Brotherhood still is
I
that
can see that. They're playing with fire,
they will
and we
give
need
you
to save them.
Exactly. It is superhero. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be
power
repeated.
armor. No, I
Don't worry,
need it
I'm
since
convinced.
I
Paladin
have
Dance's reports were
latest
quite clear
power
regarding
armor,
your feelings
the
toward the Brotherhood.
X01.
And he concludes
But
that you'd be an asset to
if
us.
you begin this
Seeing as
quest
he's one of my
soon
most
enough,
respected field
you
officers,
have
you couldn't get a better
good
recommendation.
power armor,
Therefore,
the
from this moment forward,
T1,
I'm granting
then
you
the
the rank
T60.
of knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders.
Plus
Welcome
Prydwen
aboard
is
the Prydwen,
full of
soldier.
resources,
Make us proud.
full of objects like this. I took booze, but
Engine turbines
along
at
the way
87% efficiency.
there will be more. Be sure to explore the main decks and other parts. For example, this wooden crate. Or steel packs. So when you arrive from this door, you have Elder Maxon is often there. And this
Good joke.
Sorry.
you have the
Wow, that's a shame.
engine
Laughter would be good for morale.
Well,
on maneuver deck.
why don't you try and shoot your weapon?
I take everything I can from there.
You're not funny.
Always good to have.
Getting a bit of twitch on prop 3. Adjusting to
You have another door there.
Bird docking systems and fusion
For deck
coolant
with a
feed
nice
systems
view.
fully-
And if I remember well, there is a crate too.
Delta sequence initiated. Completion time
And this
14
is
minutes.
Captain Kell's deck.
I believe you're needed elsewhere right now.
Recon report. Knight Wagner recording. It appears the intel claiming the old CIT ruins house an entrance to the Institute was incorrect. My scouts and I spent days combing the location for a way in and turned up nothing other than a couple of minor casualties.
But for now we're gonna go upstairs.
Read across the board, sir. When a contingent
engine have since boxed us into an old tunnel where we were sniffing around. My immediate recommendation would be to follow the trail back on whoever provided that intel. I suspect some wastelander is feeding Proctor Quinlan lies to earn some caps. Congratulations on the promotion, Knight.
So this will be our quarters when we'll be night. If we reach this rank, this is Elder Maxon's quarter. Yep. So still there. There is this bed, we can sleep there.
This is something before the troubles, yes?
It's Captain Kell's quarters, but we are allowed to steal and to sleep in the bed. Then we'll head to... There is a lot of stairs, but we'll stick to the first part, knowing reaching Paladin
So how did it
Dance.
look out there?
We've got a lot of
Right
work
there.
ahead of us, brother.
Dance.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
I was very impressed with him. He seems to know what's best for everyone.
Exactly. Without his determination, we'd be lost. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
Good. Because we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and I don't want anything slowing us down. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
So Paladin Dance is a good asset, but
I'll go it alone for now.
we'll
And come
stay
find you
with
when I'm
the
ready.
Curie for
Suit
now.
yourself. I'll be in the mess hall if you need me.
But if you have nobody of, or if you
Brotherhood?
have somebody else, I recommend
Nothing.
Paladin Dance. He's basically a good tank, so he can protect you while you... He can... In fact, he can get the bullets from the enemy while you shoot at them, and it's quite effective.
You know those
So
synths
our
with the
first
plastic faces?
task will be to
Ugh, they
discover
creep me the heck out.
Doesn't it feel good?
the area and
Part
the
of
people
something
of
as
the
important as the Brotherhood.
Prydwen.
Right, 100 gram with a little
But
Coca-Cola.
first we
Almost tastes like
since
food.
we are here, we're gonna steal these things we can. As you will see, there is a lot, and it will allow us to have
Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
Yes.
awesome project missions. To
If you want to
fulfill.
win the people's hearts and minds,
And
you have to spread the word, Brotherhood.
we'll
Across
first
the
go to
continent.
this place. We have 2 rooms. The medic.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
Sure,
So
go right
the
ahead.
medic.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of
asking us
medical-related
for a medical exam.
questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
Wouldn't Vault Tech's screening process have caught this already?
Vault Tech's screening process? Let me check my notes here. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
No, never have.
Very well. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
I suppose so?
Good enough. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
So, first task done.
Medical report, Knight Captain Cade reporting. I've been working closely with Scribe Naraya, examining some of the synth bodies that our recon teams have recovered. Even though we have yet to recover the synths that appear completely human, these lesser models are still astoundingly advanced. What's becoming apparent is that the Institute is the most technologically gifted enemy we've ever encountered, and therefore exceedingly dangerous. I've turned over all of my data to Lancer Captain Kells, along with my recommendations for developing effective countermeasures for these synths. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how much it will help, given the fact that the real enemy are the synths that could be hiding among us.
Watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment to address your question.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash.
Well, I'm pleased you agree. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew. You were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I could lend a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And
so
if you wish to be
we'll
assigned to a
discover
research
technical
patrol,
documents
I have plenty
in
of them
desk.
waiting to be filled. In any event,
So
it
we
was a
take them,
pleasure to meet you,
for
Knight.
each one we receive caps and if are well experience. At least caps, that's for sure, but
Damn it, Scribe. I told you I didn't want the corners bent.
maybe
The issues were to be in mint condition.
I'm sorry, Proctor, but this is the only limited edition annual we've recovered. Even before the bombs fell, this was the rarest issue. The one where Grognak dies and comes back to life?
Yes, Scribe. I've read the 2076 underlane price guide from cover to cover, so I'm well aware of its past value. The fault for this travesty rests squarely on your shoulders, because you chose to ignore the important lesson I taught you. Which is...
Always bag and board. I'm sorry, sir. You're absolutely right. And I promise it will never... sir? What's that red blinking light on your terminal?
What? Oh, damn it all! I left it in record mode. Just let me...
Our Vertibird should give us the air superiority we need to
I will
win this
continue
war.
So,
to explore the area,
hey, walking away like that is just plain
taking as
rude.
much thing as possible.
In my experience, hot shots and big
And
mouths
next.
end up with closed casket funerals.
Character to meet will be Prydwen Ingram. We'll meet her often during these Brotherhood of Steel quests. So be sure to so she looks like.
Greetings, Knight.
Voilà, Proctor Ingram is there.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
I can handle myself.
Hey, if Paladin Dance vouched for you, that's good enough for me. You just don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Plate? Hell, I have a whole table's worth of duties around here. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
I hardly noticed.
Can't tell if you're patronizing me or trying to be polite. How about I just forget you mentioned it? Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
In fact, the first power armor you will get is a T-60. It's a B3. No, B3 is there. So this is yours. But mine is better. This is a Brotherhood of Steel painting, as you see there.
So since the bombs.
Like the one that Paladin Dance has. We'll take it since there is a fusion core too. Voilà. And later we'll have will be this one. And this one will have another. So now we have to visit another guy.
Can't talk right now. I mean, the mire looks scat off my boots.
Step forward, Knight.
Again.
Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Looks uncomfortable in there.
It's not that bad. And this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan.
It
Powers
remembers me
that be
the
have me
robot
locked in
that
here,
was
so I can
locked
keep an
in
eye on the Brotherhood's valuables.
in a
If you need to stock up on supplies before
box
you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
New Vegas.
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable
So this
type.
guy will have
I tell most of the new
power
recruits that they
armor
have to buy their own
to
equipment.
sell.
They give me the stink.
He
good
will have
news is by
a
having
helm,
a constant flow
but
of
not
caps,
the first
I'm
time
able
that
to
we
buy
meet
whatever you
him.
bring me.
He will have
I'm
the
mostly
helm
interested in
later.
weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
Plus, he has a quest. But,
Caps on the side, huh? Doesn't sound like official military business to me.
Well, it is, and it isn't. It's complicated. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Watch your step on the flight deck.
So
it's a long way down.
Looking to pick a fight? I'll help you end it.
Check.
I'll take a look.
Be my guest.
And we've completed tour of duty.
What can I get for you today?
I'm looking for some firepower.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
We have to meet Elder Maxon again. So he has some nice piece of armor, this one, and this commando helm is probably one of the best you'll have if you don't need power armor. Voilà. So, ich weiß
Locked at all. Oh wait.
But
It is?
we should avoid to steal. It was only. And voilà, now we'll go downstairs.
That's a challenge.
To continue to visit. There is not much, but
there's a wealth of technology just waiting to be discovered.
Some cigarettes.
I'd just leave that for you.
Always welcome. I could have exited my power armor at the beginning of the Prydwen, but never mind. Yes, there is another place at the top.
Yeah, 2 and a
Go
half.
to the top first.
Christ, you know what a 10-pound firing do. See regulator? Yeah, not that smart. You want to see the Brotherhood greatest war?
Back there.
Firing.
On the old-fashioned.
I was expecting to see one.
Never forget, you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it.
That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't
So I
worry
wanted
about
to
them
go
getting out.
to this area
Your concerns are noted, Scribe.
where we can get
Proctor
another
Ingram, my
quest.
thanks for letting me borrow.
Not sure if I can take it now.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Chews through barrels like paper. If it was up to me, I'd take every barrel you can send and shoot them in space.
Naraya,
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you're
she's
injured.
doing experiments
quite a collection you've got here.
seeds
Well,
and
thank you. Most
other
people don't
species.
appreciate the important work that I'm trying to do
and she'll
here.
need
I'm on the
blood
cusp of
samples.
discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats.
After we'll take
If I can crack the
quest,
code,
we'll have,
I can equip our troops with a
we'll find
protective
some
compound
blood
far
samples
superior to Rad-X.
and animals.
That's amazing.
Well, it's
And we
only a
can go
theory
back to
so
her
far.
and
You
bring
see,
the blood
the
samples
ionizing
to
radiation
Daria,
left behind by the Great
and she
War
will
kills
reward
because
us
it damages
with,
most living things on a cellular
when
level.
they
However,
escapes and
after
maybe with
several
this,
generations, these
experience.
creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic
It's
makeup
like
to
the
prevent
quest
cellular
with,
disruption.
Scribe.
I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
I'm sold. If you're looking for someone to help, you can sign me up.
I appreciate the
Time to
offer,
time,
but
come
unfortunately,
back here
I've hit a
and
stumbling block. The specimens
give
I've
you
already
the
captured can
example
only
you
produce so
have
much blood and
some
genetic
money,
material.
so it's good.
If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more
It's,
samples of blood from the creatures roaming
It's
the
missing
Commonwealth.
an opportunity.
No problem.
If
I'd be
we
glad
can
to
do
help.
I appreciate your confidence in my abilities, sister. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
Hail, Knight.
The ends justify the means when it comes to freeing the Commonwealth.
I heard that Elder Maxon got that scar in his face from going one-on-one with Deathclaw.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Okay, now time to go to Elder Maxon right after we visit. This deck. This oil canister for free. And there we have the beginner's bed. So we might
Personal log entry
sleep in one of
142.
these if needed.
I can sum up living on the Prydwen in 4 words.
So this is my
I miss field
personal
assignments.
container.
Don't get me wrong, the
Not
research
sure
we're
if we
doing
can
is
stock
exciting stuff.
things there,
But life on this ship is a nightmare.
but at
I'm
least we
trapped
can
in this metal
sleep
tube
there.
18 hours a day. I
Maybe
still can't
stock
decide who smells
items
worse,
there
the soldiers or the mole rats.
without
And what passes for conversation among the grunts makes
chance
mutants
to
seem
be stolen.
scholarly.
We'll deposit a combined knife to
Field scribes
test
cannot
this.
have it this bad.
If it looks dead, put one more in
More
its head for good
munitions.
measure. I take the chance.
Okay. Don't think it's stealing this. It wasn't right.
Sweet.
Let's open it up.
Nice.
More ammunition.
Before getting shipped to the Commonwealth, I thought Elder Lions still had some good points. The Brotherhood in the Capital Wasteland, they were about helping. But this assignment, it's opened my eyes. On the flight here, we passed city after city, buildings taller than I've ever seen, some that nearly clipped the Prydwen. And who uses them now? Mutants. Freaks. Seeing all that destruction, tens of millions dead, brought on by technology run amok, it made it so clear. Elder Maxon is right. The wasteland needs to be cleansed, and we're the ones to do it.
We can go back to Elder Maxon.
You're an inspiration to us all, Knight. Do us proud.
We need to go downstairs. Okay, there's stairs there. Of course, I could jump.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot and leaves them.
To the command deck. To the flight deck.
Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gun.
Tighten up the meter. That? Now split the difference. There, now half that. Do you want to do it? No. I think you've almost got
Fine,
it.
all these.
That's it. Thank you.
This way.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prydwen's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, sister?
Yes, Elder.
Good. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
If we are to fight, this is a good cause.
Now, we have a Vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.